Hi, everybody, and this is my name is Miklos Sochka, and I'm greeting you in the name of the Sepen consortia and also from the Semmelweis team. And I would like to greet all the participants and our guests. Special greetings to Andrzej Risch, who offered some of his busy time to be with us during this closing event. There's a need for a more strategic health human resources approach. And we understood that in an open Europe where the labor market is open and the migration of the labor force is free, we understood very early that we have to do it in collaboration with other European partners. So we were happy to participate in the joint action, and we are honored to lead the Sepen consortia. And in the 3 years, we, together with the partners, together with the Commission colleagues, we did, I think, a tremendous amount of work.
As we understood, both in the council level and the Commission, that something has to be done in this field. How much can be done on EU level? How much should be done through the national policy development? And finally, how much should be done by coordinated effort between member states, European Commission? I mean, the current COVID crisis is showing even more, how some flexibility in the system should be embedded to the labor market intelligence for matching demand and supply and facilitating mobility. The role of technologies, we have to think about technologies. What is the limit of the digitalization? How much can be accepted by health professionals? How this can be accepted by patients with my all enthusiasm to digitalization. The same of data as an important tool for our policy making to understand better the role of workforces and a number of challenges we are facing as healthcare professionals in this changing environment. The next step will be to see the limit of digitalization, with the also from acceptance of patients and health professionals. Mental health problems should be addressed, should be understand better. How the resilience should be built. I really strongly believe this network you try to build should remain. Strengthening the professional expertise behind, universities, institutes, individual researchers who can help us to understand better what's going on. What are the next potential hurdles in this area. Sharing experience, and I think sharing experience between member states, also between regions, is also quite unique, and create a shared vision of actions. Now it's time for stakeholders to come together. So more work to do. Stay connected.
To create a really inclusive network with all relevant stakeholders, which can then encourage and support dialogue, synergies, and can really also provide detailed support to national systems. We really also saw this as an opportunity for people to enhance their knowledge on health workforce planning. Here we created a number of tools, including webinars and the Sepen online forum, but also the website and, of course, the newsletter, so the Health Workforce Expert Network update, which many of you will be familiar with. The ambition was also to deepen and to widen this network. Within these 3 years, we have been successful in recruiting 384 experts. We have a very strong European community. It's very productive discussions, a wide range of profiles. One of the most successful formats that we found of engaging with the network were the Sepen webinars. So we had 11 webinars in total on many different subjects. We have the Sepen online forum, which is hosted on the EU health policy platform. We can continue this information exchange online.
Digital transformation is happening now. Mobility and migration is really a re-emerging issue. Country comparison is a very powerful tool.
The goal was to provide a general overview of European planning systems in place, and not only the planning system, the policies. So the final result you will get. I'm very pleased to say that more than 3/4 of all EU member states have a workforce planning system in place. There is more data. The focus remains on medical profession and sometimes extended to nurses. So there is much to do to step from steady planning to reactive planning and even better proactive planning. Shortage remain no or major issue, and almost all countries consider to have shortage, even at maybe not at national level, but often at geographical level and in certain aspects of healthcare. Migration and mobility flows are now even more acute than previously. The future is still a concern, especially, as I mentioned, on the disruptive impact of demographics and the disruptive opportunity of digital transformation. We see also opportunities to use this work not only as a snapshot, but as a base ground for building new studies. The richness of the information allows more comparability, even though difficult comparability. In the top three of concerns, the shortage of nurses, e-health policies, and of course, alternative organization of healthcare.
The target of the joint tender was to perform at least 2 national exchanges. We received a total amount of 9 expression of interest. At the end, we performed 3. There's a common need to conduct situation analysis and needs assessments. There's a need to a continuous improvement and setup of the health workforce planning system's 5 key elements. There's a need to work on a systematic and sustainable actions and continuing communication among the stakeholders and to the policy makers. There's a need to strengthen the stakeholder stewardship. It's important, or let me say in some cases urgent, to design national health workforce strategies. It's important also a continuous improvement and fine-tuning of the methodological tools and of the projections model. At the international level, it's very important to continue to exchange the methods and so the methodological tools to create a knowledge and good practice repository, to continue to share practices, experience and knowledge with the health workforce planning community.
Plenty of countries started developing their planning processes and their data aspects. Member states face sometimes very similar, sometimes very various policy challenges. It is also a very important result and message of Sepen that we are moving towards more strategic and comprehensive health workforce planning in the different countries. We do see a very wide range of stakeholders engaged in the different activities, even intersectorally. There is a very crucial point addressing mental health and well-being. We need to take care of our workforce. It is quite challenging if we have to manage a mentally exhausted health workforce. The health systems are very fragile in Europe. We're facing very similar challenges in each country, and there is a collaborative effort to tackle the challenges. Several member states face the future shortages in health workforce supply. Member states can face several geographical imbalances within the country, variety in innovation readiness, digital leadership capability or literacy in the different member states. Digital solutions can help us.
Meeting this group of colleagues and learning from this group of colleagues was hugely valuable to me. Sepen and its predecessors did was to bring together the research community, the forecasting and planning community, and the policy. Colleagues on this call today have identified as immediate priorities for the near future is extremely important. It's not just about the numbers. We need to get under and behind the numbers with qualitative information so that we understand our health workers, so that the policies that we put in place are people-centric. COVID has shown us to talk about the health and care workforce. COVID has shown us the importance of long-term care services, of social services. The future is now. Importance of demographic change, I think, can't be overstated. The importance of shaping a current and future health workforce, both for current population health challenges, but also for future population health challenges. we do need to ensure that we maintain this continuity between the planning and forecasting and research agenda.
The biggest value is that Sepen project helped us to, all those interventions helped us to think through the possible steps we could have building better health workforce planning system. Our approach to planning healthcare workforce has been a bit simplistic, and it's fragmented set of really basic models. We are not using all the rich data we have in our registers. After this intervention, we have created first draft of plan to improve our healthcare workforce planning system with concrete milestones. We are currently preparing several legal changes to allow data exchange between our registers. And we also have given thoughts on how to involve our stakeholders in the process of healthcare workforce. We are now thinking on how to design the processes that allow to create a kind of transparent planning system.
We are here for persons. So you can imagine that there is not only a question about the capacity of the human resource for health, like doctors, nurse, and all the rest, but as well as the capacity in the administrative and governmental part. We are elaborating our strategic document for health system, and of course, human resource is one very important part. We very closely work with our stakeholders. Partners wish to have, and it is absolutely understandable, some very quick solutions of the problems, maybe, and quick solutions for some kind of improvements. We saw here in the ministry that we need some more wider framework with the main directions of the human resource policy. And it was very important to involve our stakeholders as well. We now have these three main directions, like availability, accessibility of health workforce. Under this is the education, skill mix, recruitment, retirement. Then the second is quality of health workforce. It's the professional development, all the quality issues, certification, and so on. And of course, very important is governance. The added value of our collaboration is that now, yes, Ministry of Health has finalized work with the public health strategy, and we put inside these ideas. Under these directions, we put all our these planned activities, and this is very, very, very good to see how our collaboration is going further.
The Executive Agency for Consumers, Health, Agriculture and Food Safety, however, the contracting authority of this project. The project was also implemented closely with my colleagues in DG Sante. We have managed and we have planned successfully our activities, even if remotely. During the last month, we have really kept the right direction and managed to conclude successfully the tasks that pertained to the Sepen project implementation. Sincere thanks goes also to those national authorities who, even during the COVID-19 outbreak, took advantage of the tele-intervention to improve the planning of their health workforce locally. I would like to thank all those health professionals who were able to join the webinars and the last workshop. And also those experts that have helped us to have a solid database now. Very important word of thank also to the experts who have drafted the country fishes to map the state of play of the health workforce in the EU. I think that without them, we would not have any story to tell you today. Needless to say, the EU and member states must keep working together for the benefits of patients and citizens. Thank you. Thank you all.
We really would like to
thank your support, and we would like to advise you to use the resources that we created.